Hi guys, so in this session we'll see how we're going to delete the first node, last node and deletion after the given data in case of doubly linked list. So first, deletion of the first node. Okay. So now I want to delete the first node. Think logically what should be done. Now if I delete this node, this becomes my first node. So first try to write the changes what all are required. So if this becomes my first node, you should know that the LPT of the first node should be null. So this I will have to make it as null, right? And first pointer should point to my first node. If this gets deleted, this becomes my first node. So first should get the address 200 and I'm gonna free and I'm gonna delete this. Fine. So I don't think any other change is required. Okay, so let's start writing the code. So I am writing void delete first node in case of doubly linked. So I am writing a pointer here. I require a pointer struct node start ptr, initialize that pointer with the address of the first variable. So ptr is equal to first. So my ptr right now is pointing at 100. Fine. Now if this gets deleted, right, this becomes my first node. So you should know that the first pointer should always point to the first node. So I have to make sure that my first gets the value 200. The first is equal to ptr arrow rpt. Now my first is having the value 200. Now this you want to make null. This 100 you want null, because once you delete this, this becomes your first node. So the LPT of the first node should be null. So I want a null here. So I will write ptr arrow rpt. Fine. So when I write ptr arrow rpt, I move to 200 and I want to change the LPT of this. Arrow LPT is equal to null. So this becomes null. This becomes null. And again repeating, once you delete this, this will be your first node. So when this becomes your first node, the first node LPT should be null. So ptr arrow rpt means you have moved till 200 and you want to change the LPT of 200 to null. So ptr arrow rpt arrow LPT is equal to null. So null is fine. So this connection basically breaks. Now your first is pointing to what? 200. Now you can free this. So free. That's it, guys. Right? So we can note it down. Fine. Okay, so let's move to next code. I want to delete the last node. Delete last. So now I want to delete this node. Okay, think what changes you require. See, if you want to delete this node, first thing that's very clear is that you want to reach here firstly. Fine. You want this, you will have to target this 300 address. So once you target this 300, you will delete this, that's fine. But the previous node, this becomes your last node now. So the RPT of this should be null. So you want a null here and you want to delete this node. Fine. So how are you gonna do this? Okay, let's try. So I'm taking a pointer. I will try to make sure that we take minimum pointers. We will try to make sure that we have the minimum time complexity or space complexity. So since it is a doubly linked list, obviously we'll have to move order of n. We will have to traverse n node in order to see, in order to delete the last node. We have to traverse from this to this to this. So if there are n nodes, so worst time complexity for this is order of n. So we'll have to move till the last node. Space complexity we can try to reduce by taking less number of pointers. Okay. So so we want to move till address 300 here. So I will write initially ptr is equal to first. Right. So while ptr arrow rpt not equals to null, ptr is equal to ptr arrow rpt. Now once you write this, your ptr moves to 300. This is your ptr. Fine. Now what you can do? you want this 200 RPT to be done. So from 300 you have to reach till address 200. So I'm not taking any extra pointer, I'm doing with the help of only one pointer. Otherwise I could have taken one more extra pointer. I would have written the same code, and before this PTR I would have taken CPT as one pointer. Fine, just we did many programs before this. So I can take CPT is equal to PTR so that my CPT points the previous one. But in this case, since I have a backward link available, so no need to take that extra pointer. So you can reduce the space complexity for this. So I'm writing PTR is equal to PTR error RPT, so my PTR is pointing in 300. Now from 300 I can reach till 200 because there is a backward link available here. So I will write PTR arrow LPT. So when I write PTR arrow LPT, I will move to 200. I want to change this, which is nothing but your RPT is equal to null. So this becomes your null now. Fine. Now when this is null, you can delete this node. This is your PTR, so you can write free PTR. That's it. Alright guys, so I go sleep. Okay. Now let's write the third program, that is deletion after the given data. Let's suppose I want to delete this, where your data value is, okay, take one more, so that it becomes easier to understand. 40, take this as 400, I am writing 400, this gets connected, 300, this gets connected, and this is null. Fine. So I want to delete the node having the data equals to 20. Means I want to delete this. So now think logically, what will happen if I delete this node? So if I delete this node, you know that there has to be connection between first and then third node. So the RPT of the first node should contain address what? 300. I want 300 here. I want 300 at this. And I want to delete this, that is also fine. Any other change? Yes. If you delete this, the LPT of this should contain the address of first node. So here what I want 100 here. Fine. So no further changes are required. Okay. So let's write the code for this. So what all addresses are important? We'll try to minimize the space complexity. Try to make sure that you take as minimum pointer as required. So let's write the code. Void delete underscore given data. Right, so I've taken int data struct node star PTR and scanf %d comma address data, and let's suppose the data value is 20. Now I will have to move the pointer to the address location where your data resides. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move my PTR, initialize that PTR is equal to first. So the value of my PTR is 100. So I'm moving that PTR till I reach the address where my data value is 20. So PTR arrow info not equals to data PTR is equal to PTR arrow RPT. So after this, your data value, the address that is pointing, PTR is pointing to the address where your data value is 20. So this is your PTR. Now see what you can do. You will have to delete this. Fine. So I will have to take one more pointer. Can we do it just by a single pointer? Okay, so what you have to do, I have to delete this. So what changes you have to require? You have to make sure that here 100 comes, 300 comes. So how 300? So what I can write, see, from this what I can write, PTR arrow LPT, I will move here. So I am writing PTR arrow LPT. So when I am writing PTR arrow, I am coming at this point. arrow RPT, and I want the value 300 here. 300 is nothing but PTR arrow RPT is 300. PTR arrow RPT. Right. So here 300 comes. This is very important. I'm again repeating. I want 300 here. So PTR arrow LPT, target this 100, arrow RPT, this block you want 300. 300 is nothing but PTR arrow RPT is equal to PTR arrow RPT. So this block will assign the address 300. So one step finished. Now another change, what you require 100 here. You require 100 here. Right. So what we can do, but do you think it is a generalized code? I think this code will work for only for the nodes which I am specifying, for the 4 nodes only. But this is not a generalized code. Okay, let's take for this. I want 100 here. So I want to change the 100. So it means I have to target this 300. 300 you can get from PTR arrow RPT. So I am writing PTR arrow RPT. PTR arrow RPT you are writing here, and you want to change this arrow LPT, you are changing, right? Arrow LPT you are changing, and you are changing this address with what? You are changing this address with PTR arrow LPT. PTR arrow LPT. Fine. I'm again repeating, you want 100 here, right? So PTR arrow RPT, which means 300, arrow LPT, this block, you want to make the value 100 here. So 100 is what? It is nothing but your PTR arrow LPT is 100. So 100. Or you can write first also. Okay. So this change is also done. This change, and no other extra pointers are required so far. And after this, what you can do, you can simply free PTR. Right? So here comes your 100. I hope it is clear, guys. So thank you so much. In case of any doubt, please write down in the comments. Okay, keep smiling. Take care. Bye.